It's been a while since I've recorded any videos, so let's see if I can remember how to do this. Hello, my name is Alec RJ, and today I'm going to be covering audio. All things audio. Audio listeners, audio source, and audio clips. Okay, so let's start at the references. Where can we find out about Unity and audio? So if we go to the Unity user manual, and somewhere down here we have it, audio files. Okay, so here's some background reading. The different types of audios that are compatible and their import settings in the inspector. So there's some reading. And if we go all the way back, we go to the Unity documentation reference, and there's some further detail in here under audio components. Okay, first we have a listener. And then we have the audio source. And of course, the scripting reference. So if we type in audio and give that a search, find out about audio components and playing the audio on a component. More importantly, audio clip. Lots of ways to set the audio clips and get the information from it. Okay, so there's all the reference material. Let's just get started. I want to create a new scene. This will be my audio example. Okay, for that scene we'll create a script to start with. Audio example. Okay, so how can we first bring in some audio, import them? I've brought in a couple of sounds here. These are all out of the bootcamp demo. So if we click on one and have a look in the inspector here, you can see the waveform here, and there's also a preview if we hit the play. So we can listen to the sound. Now there's a few settings here. Most importantly is it a 3D sound or a 2D sound? Now a 3D sound, that will come from somewhere in space. So especially if you're using surround sound speakers, if we play a sound out here, it will play from the forward left speaker, or back here from the rear right speaker. Now if you have a 2D sound, so if 3D sound is disabled, this sound will be even across both speakers. So it won't have any kind of depth or distance or fall off. Okay, and that's all I'm going to cover for now. So let's start off. How can we create a sound and play a sound? We'll just leave it as it was. Okay, so let's create an empty game object. And audio object. Now, from the scripting reference in the manual there, you saw there were two main components to audio. There's an audio listener and an audio source. Quite easily imagine it as audio listener is your ears, and an audio source is a speaker. So the source is where the sound is coming from, and the listener is what is listening to that sound. Now, most people only have two ears, like one pair of ears, and similarly in Unity, you can only have one audio listener in the scene. This is going back to if you brought in a first-person controller. Standard assets, okay, controllers. Remember, if we hit a first-person controller and hit play, you get this error here. There are two audio listeners in the scene. Please ensure there is always exactly one audio listener. So Unity only wants one pair of ears as well. And normally by default, the main camera comes with an audio listener already. Now quite often you might want to have a third person type of game, and you want the audio listener to be on the third person character, so all the sounds are coming in relation to that character, not from the camera. So this is where you would remove the audio listener component from the camera and attach an audio listener to your third person character. Okay, so we have a listener in our scene. Something can hear audio and play it back to us. That's great. So, one moment.